Welcome to the Books, Beards, Booze podcast, where we talk books, drink booze, and have beards.
All right. As always, I am Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm not saying anything. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, we're doing the news.
Oh, okay. Well, hey guys, we're gonna do some news now.
Oh, well, let me just start it.
No, I want to go.
Well, I didn't cough now.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was holding it in
No,
because
we're
I thought
going.
we were going to restart.
We're just going. We're just going with
Just
it.
going with it.
One
Yeah,
take.
I'm the ass
Okay.
of the podcast, and I was completely unsure of what was about to happen.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing the news.
Okay, well, news. Let's do news.
I'm Tanya.
Yeah, we have unpaid intern Tanya with us. I think we're going to bring her in on the news from here on out.
She's super unpaid today.
Yeah, she's.
My bad.
But yeah, so if you can't tell by my voice, I am sick. I am sick as a dog. I'm feeling slightly better today though. So, but we can, if you will recall, last week Tanya was sick, and
Patient zero.
yeah, so she got me sick. Awesome. So let's dive into the news. My first headline is cough syrup.
What does it do?
So I found a recipe. I haven't done it yet, but I need to. I found a recipe for bourbon cough syrup.
Ew. What?
It's apparently great. Not like taste great, but like great for like cough suppressant.
Does it just get you drunk and then you
No,
don't have to cough anymore?
It's 2 ounces of bourbon. And then you juice a lemon, but I think you could just use lemon juice.
So it's a hot toddy?
But it's
Well,
two
no, you
ounces
don't-
of lemon juice.
There's a difference between like that fake lemon juice that comes in the plastic lemon and
And
then like
actual
actual lemon
lemon.
juice.
Is there?
Yeah, one's from concentrated lemon juice, and the other one's like actual.
So one you
lemon.
focus on, and the other you just
Wow.
yeah. All right, well, okay. So the recipe specifically said a juiced lemon.
Yeah.
But you need like 2 ounces of the juice of a lemon. You can put 2 to 4 ounces of water. That's optional. That's more for taste. And then a tablespoon of honey.
Yep, hot toddy.
And you microwave it for 45 seconds.
It's
Yep.
a fucking hot toddy.
It's a hot toddy.
Stop calling it cough syrup.
I've never heard.
That's
Fucking hot
that's
toddy.
awesome.
I've heard the phrase hot toddy.
Hot
but I
toddies
was,
are amazing.
Oh man, and my gramps, memories. So my gramps, he would always have toddy time, especially after grandma died. And basically, toddy time was any time, but he would just like have a coffee cup and it always had a toddy in it.
I always just assumed like a toddy was just like a little nip of whiskey and whatever.
No.
Oh no, it's lemon and honey and whiskey.
Yeah.
Huh.
Warm
Well,
if you wanted a hot toddy, but
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
and
there
hot
you
toddies
go.
are probably the way to
and
go.
lemon. The reason that this works, science, y'all, is
The
honey
honey
is
coats your throat.
antibacterial,
And a coat your throat.
and the lemon, like the acid in it, kind of helps slough. I don't think that's the right word, but like there's
break
science.
up the mucus.
Yeah,
Sure,
on your
why not?
on
I don't
your
know. It
esophagus.
tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes.
And you don't
good.
care that you're coughing.
Yeah, the liquor makes you not give a fuck. I don't think the liquor does anything other than like depress your
It makes you feel
system.
warm inside if you're sick. And it's,
Yeah.
most of the time people drink them when it's cold out, so it just warms you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well-
science. That's awesome.
I'm a little let down that someone didn't make me a hot toddy.
Don't look at me.
Looking at everyone, really. Anyway, so yeah, so that's my first bit of news.
Oh, you weren't sick. It was these allergies.
Oh yeah,
So
it's
you
just
don't really
allergies
need
because
to,
Bob never gets sick.
Yeah.
Second bit of news is called millennials.
What
How
do
old are
mean?
they?
All right, so apparently vodka is no longer in vogue.
No,
apparently
whiskey.
vodka was the hip drink, but now it's whiskey, and it's largely because of millennials. And
I count as one of them, right?
yes, we are millennials. We are on the very upper end of millennials,
Yeah.
and you're a little more snugly.
Isn't it like 83 to 93 or
It
something
varies.
like that?
It varies, but yeah,
But
roughly.
we're not Tide Pod eaters.
No.
That's the generation after us.
Right. No, we had our own brands of stupid. All right. So globally,
Talk about trick pants like that.
walk around speaking in British accents for no
Hey,
reason.
ma'am. Hey, man.
So globally, vodka sales have declined while whiskey sales have increased. In the U.S., it's like vodka sales. I think I forgot my notes like an idiot. It's declined by like 2.7%, while whiskey sales have increased by like 0.7%. But Tennessee whiskey and Tennessee whiskeys and bourbons have increased by like 7.4%.
Yeah, significant.
So, yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. So this article I read had some interesting theories as to why. All right.
Hit me with the theories.
All right. The theory why
And I'll tell you why it actually
bourbon
is.
and Tennessee whiskey is because they're American whiskeys. They are cheaper than imported whiskeys. Mm-hmm. That's why. We're all broke.
True. We ain't got no money.
Millennials are paying off student loan debt and whatever.
Forever.
So they go for cheaper whiskeys. The reason that's why they go for those whiskeys specifically overall. Why they go for whiskey over vodka is because vodka being what was most recently in vogue when you were coming up. Two reasons. One, vodka was what was around the most, so it was what was easiest to get your hands on.
Oh.
Right. The other reason why is vodka. You don't care how vodka tastes. You're mixing it anyway, so you don't care. You don't. You're under 21. You don't have a discerning palate anyway. You're just trying to get something.
Yeah.
As you get older, you care about how it tastes, so you go for whiskey. So that was their theories, and I'm sure it's. I mean, there's not going to be one theory to unify all.
That's your timeline for drinking.
Yeah,
basically, it was like all vodka drinks, and then it's like, all right, well, I'm
gonna drink here's the
cheap
thing.
whiskey now.
Now I'm going to lay it on you what the actual reason is.
Okay.
So the actual reason for this is pretty simple.
Fuck Putin and all the vodka?
No, but okay. But
America.
Fuck yeah.
But no, it's because you don't see. It's because millennials understand the power of the beard, and no punk ass is going to be drinking vodka when they got a beard. They drink fucking whiskey.
That's true.
Like
Hipsters,
a man.
hipsters, they had those big. I mean, y'all aren't hipsters. Y'all have beards, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, but no, that's what it is. It's
That's fair. That's fair.
So
real men.
It's a compelling argument.
looking forward,
Yeah.
we're having all these tariffs. That's still a thing, right?
Yeah, it's not in the news, but yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard about it in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like we're gonna have this
Hot.
tariffs. Do you think like this trend is going to just amplify, especially the American-made liquors?
I think it's going to have less effect here than it will worldwide. I think worldwide.
I mean, like imported.
Well, no.
like,
What I'm saying is, I think worldwide, American share of the market will decline slightly. Because
then it's going to be too expensive.
It's going to be more like it's going to affect the world market more than the U.S. market.
I don't think it's going to decline, but it's going to make us hold instead because we were building.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to be.
Yeah.
I read an article about this and did it months ago.
Yeah.
On the podcast, but it was basically saying.
Well, you're gonna see places like Japanese whiskeys grow. Well, except for they're having like a real short. But you're gonna find other places are going to fill the gap.
And you know that another reason why the Japanese whiskey thing went sideways. What was the original reason?
They outpaced demand. They won a bunch of awards, and everyone was like, "Oh shit, yeah, Suntory."
You know what then made it even worse, and why it's going to be even worse coming up here soon.
Why?
PewDiePie did a video of doing nothing but Japanese whiskey tastings, talking about how good they were.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's.
I wonder if we could get him to talk about our podcast.
I got my doubts.
Wouldn't that be great?
No,
PewDiePie,
but
get at me.
No, but
my people talk to your people.
He tried a whole bunch of stuff. It was about a year ago or something like that. So, and since then, the prices.
Is he still up. Is he still a thing?
He's the biggest YouTuber.
I thought
in the
like
world.
YouTube canceled him or something.
No, that was some other jackwagon.
No, there was stuff with him too.
Yeah, whatever.
No, it was garbage.
All right, on to more important news.
No one cares.
More important news. The Flyers are 10, 10, and 2.
Gritty.
Yeah, because we're very pro gritty here on the podcast. Apparently, the 10, 10, and 2. The 2 is not draws; it's overtime losses. Learned that about hockey.
Okay,
That's
I would
dumb.
assume it was a tie.
I don't know quite what's going on there, but the Flyers are currently 6th in the Metropolitan Division,
Which is bad.
It's not good. It's not good. Also, Gritty nominated himself for Times Person of the Year.
Well, yeah.
And Time interviewed him because of it. And the interview, I recommend that you go give it a read. It's pretty good. they asked him what his favorite Thanksgiving food was. He said a boat of gravy. And they're like, well, do you prefer white meat, dark meat, or do you wish there was orange meat? And he said, a boat of gravy with a straw.
Ew.
So
That's ridiculous.
that's gritty.
Most gravy boats have a place to pour it. They have a spout, so just
True.
pour it.
Just
Come
ladle
on.
that son
Have
of a bitch
y'all
in and
have
take
y'all
it back.
seen the meme about like folks texting their mom to ask how long to microwave the
Yeah.
turkey for?
Yeah.
His the final question was like, what, like, do you have any advice out there or something like that? He's like, a 12-pound bird, you microwave it for 4 hours and 12 minutes with one additional popcorn cycle.
Nice. Nice.
And I think he said, you're welcome, Mom. So, yeah.
Nice.
Last bit of news. Did you know there's a new George R.R. Martin book
God damn
out?
it. Could he stop writing things that aren't Winds of
No,
Winter?
you don't judge him. He does what he wants.
So yeah,
I'm judging. That's what I do.
What? Look, you wanted. What have you been wanting this whole time? You wanted another
I've wanted Winds
Song
of
of
Winter.
Ice and Fire book.
No, I've
And
wanted
this
Winds
is-
of Winter.
This is a Song of Ice
I
and
don't
Fire
want
book.
any more spin-offs. Like, I don't give a
This
fuck.
isn't
Give me Winds
so much,
of Winter.
This isn't a spin-off.
Is it, though?
It's a history book.
No one gives a bitch.
It's 100-year history of the Targaryen dynasty. It's 700
Don't get me
pages.
wrong. Sounds interesting, but
That's great for the nerds. I just want to finish the rest of the storyline. Like, please, just give me Winds of Winter. Put somebody on the throne so I can go on with my life.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you're even that worried about it, because he's still going to have, what is it, Dreams of Spring after that to do?
No. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winds of Winter is not the last book.
It's the next to last book.
So
There's
I'm
one
going to
more
be
book after.
80. I'm going to be the Titanic lady on this boat
You're
clutching.
already the Titanic lady, you old
that's
bitch.
that's not fair. I didn't see anybody on that damn boat with all the cats that she has.
True.
There you go.
Got your back.
I can't get my cats on a boat. They're too
But
fat.
so the reviews are...
They
so-
would sink the boat.
Capsize the boat.
They would cat-size the boat. That's dumb.
So they so the reviews are in on the book, and they're very mixed. Most of like the major reviewing places are like, fuck this book.
I'm like, fuck this book.
Tor is like, fuck yeah, this book. And it seems to be the reason why is it reads like a fucking history book. It's not a story, it's a fucking history book. It's got some moments of like wiki wild coolness, but more or less it's a fucking history book. That said, so I just read that Rogues anthology
Right?
that was edited by him. The last story in that was, I think, an excerpt from this book. It was a section of a history about the Targaryens. And it was an enjoyable read. It was not a short story by any stretch, like not really, but it was a brief history of this narrow slice of Targaryenness, and it was enjoyable. So yeah, I think if you're a super nerd for Game of Thrones, I think you're going to want to pick this up. If you just need something to scratch that itch until Winds of Winter comes out. Apparently, he has locked himself away in a cabin to finish the book.
Whatever.
Yeah, that came out a couple of weeks ago, and
And then he just went on like
yeah,
Conan
so
or something
he's
like that.
already out of his cabin.
Yeah. And
But maybe he
just-
went right back into his cabin. Maybe that was already
He has
pre-planned.
cons that he's going
no,
to.
he's never going to finish this book. He never wanted to finish this book, and he's just...
He said, and I quote,
I
"It's
can't
because it's
shit on
not
him."
one book. It's 12 books in one. It's 12. It's basically 12.
The 12
novels.
storylines he's got to fucking
Dude,
weave
and-
together to make work.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's been a couple years since I've read Song of Ice and Fire, like the books that are out, but I remember there being he just opened up so many plot lines, like, bitch, why? Why? Literally, this is interesting. No one gives a fuck. Like,
Well,
please just give me the story that I need. You can give all the nerds, all the extra fluff. But the fluff is pointless without the meat. You're not giving me the meat.
Yeah. They asked him what he's going to write when he finishes Winds of Winter.
His obituary.
I was going to say his tombstone.
Right?
He said he wasn't sure if he might do some Dunkin' Egg stuff.
Great, do that afterwards.
Or dive into Dreams of Spring.
Dude, yeah, and like, I can't shit on the guy. Like, he's being really successful and he's enjoying his life. He's going to cons. He's getting to do what he wants to do.
But I'm about to shit on him.
No, and I'm not shitting on him. And I know that I have no right to demand someone's creative process. He does not owe us anything.
Well,
but
I've read an interesting take on that.
You owe me the rest of this book, man. Like, I'm buying your merchandise. I'm watching HBO where you're getting money from.
I don't necessarily agree with the whole. You don't owe anything to your.
Like, you owe me to your. You owe
Ryan
it to your fans.
Ryan
to
McClellan.
finish.
He's a well-known. He does the Powder Mage books. Well-known author in the scene currently. He just did a big long Twitter, not rant, but a Twitter chat kind of deal, where he made the case that. Because I've been kind of wrangling with that, like with thinking about Rothfuss and people like that. Like, do they owe us? You know, and McClellan makes the case that yeah, and here's what made it resonate to me. All right, when you're writing something, they talk about like when you're open,
Making
like
a promise.
you make a promise when you write something. Like if you write like Chekhov's gun, you know, if you use this, you got to use it here. You're making a promise to the reader that's going to pay off. Right. If you're writing a series, you're making an implicit promise to the reader that you're going to finish the series. Right. Like they're not reading book one for book one. They're reading book one for the trilogy. Now they might stop at book one because they don't like it or whatever. But if you're writing if you have let it be known that this is the first in a trilogy, you do owe them an ending.
The rest, yeah.
Because they sat out on the journey with you with the understanding that it's going to be X, and if you don't provide them X, you broke the contract. Yeah. So now that said, that doesn't mean be a dick. You know.
No, that's my thing. I always come to when it comes to Rothfuss is everybody goes too extreme both ways. He gets super salty and starts ranting about how he doesn't owe anybody anything, and I'm like, no, the fuck you do. But I also be like, guys, how about you stop being a dick?
Yeah.
You can be like, hey, man.
You have every right to ask. People have every right to ask, like, hey, what's going on in the book?
And he has every right to be annoyed by it.
Yeah. But you don't have a right to be a dick in how you ask. Yeah. Or you don't have there's just no call to be an asshole.
No dickery either way.
Yeah.
Well, let's say, okay, so for the Name of the Wind, that kind of stuff, like, those books, for me, yes, I want more, but I don't feel like I'm left hanging. So if nothing else comes from that, am I going to be disappointed? Sure. Am I going to be low-key pissed off?
They
no.
were fairly self-contained.
Like, I feel like when I finished...
you definitely want to know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I want more, but I don't...
the two books are...
I feel like I'm wrapped up enough that I'm not incomplete. Yeah. But
I can see that.
Literally, with A Song of Ice and Fire, like, you end, spoiler alert, like, you end with Jon Snow stabbed laying in the snow. Like, yes, we know more because of the TV show, but there's so many things that are left undone that, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Like, to not, I'm sorry that he writes too much, or he's built this great universe, and that's all the credit to him. That's awesome, but... I started reading this knowing that I was assuming that, you know, he was going to fulfill his promise, I guess you're saying.
That's another thing to point out, that while we are entitled to a series end or conclusion, we're not necessarily
entitled to the ending that we want.
No, I'm fine with that.
Or even that it's going to be given to us in a timely manner.
Yeah.
My thing is, like, the only thing is he's taking... like if it were taking
he's not young and he's not super healthy.
If it was like 3 years between each book,
different.
I'm okay
18
with that.
years.
Here's my biggest problem.
He went like 18 years between like some books, man. Like,
yeah, but one came out while I was in college.
One came out a couple years ago, which means
there's not been an 18-year gap.
It was an extensively
Oh,
long
I mean,
gap.
no one's saying that it's not long.
I
It's
might
not
be
18,
exaggerating
not
a little bit,
18
but it was
Hyperbole.
a long damn time.
No, you could
grow a
my
child
only
in that time.
my only real problem is with him is that he has said if he doesn't finish it, he's not going to let anyone else finish it, and I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's too
same.
many people are invested in this. Like, that's kind of crap.
Well, like, I was watching the show and reading the books, and I was trying to not get the show too far ahead of the books, but I have no choice. Like, I know I am accepting the fact that these books are never going to come out. I'm not going to be able to read them, and the only way I'm going to get a conclusion to the overall storyline is to watch the show on HBO, which at this point is really pretty different from where the books were. Now, are the main points going to be the same? I don't know, but
Yeah, I think so.
it's just that's annoying. Like being a book reader versus a TV and a movie watcher. Like I want the book conclusion. I'm gonna have to just rely on the television version because I'm accepting in my heart of hearts that I'm not gonna get the books.
That's a good way to look at it. Just move on, and then when they come out,
No,
it's gonna be
man,
like,
let me be salty.
No, because then you just feel like,
I think you'll get Winds of Winter. I don't think Dawns of Spring.
I still like my
Driven Spring.
conspiracy theory is that he's been fucking with everybody. He's going to come out with both of them at the same time.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh,
That'd
I'm
be awesome.
super great. Fucking
I
give
wish
it to
that's
me.
what it was. I mean, sure, it's not what it is,
Yeah.
but it would be
Yeah.
amazing if he did that. Just
Oh,
like
fuck!
middle fingers up.
Yeah.
Please play that prank on me. Like
The
throw me.
world would burn down. The world
Oh,
would
he
grind
also
to a halt.
McClellan also made the point that you do also owe your publisher.
Yeah.
Well,
the-
have
the-
you seen the Rothfuss talking about that?
No,
That was one thing. Or was it him or was it
because
Brandon
he's like
Sanderson?
a lot of these people like have accepted the advances and whatnot. They owe the publisher,
No, I
and
think-
like
well,
with
even-
publishing, like they're like if it was any other industry, like publishing is a very relaxed deal when it comes because they know they're dealing with creative people that like okay,
They'll
well
work with you.
they'll work with you. So like if it was any other industry, these people would have been sued out of the business.
Well, like record labels, like you got to turn that shit out.
Yeah.
Like,
Well-
don't like it, don't care, put it out anyway.
One of the two, I can't. I think it's now that I'm thinking. I think it's Brandon Sanderson. I think said this could be Rothfuss. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was one of those two though. We're basically making the point. It's like people don't understand that it's not only the pressure of like coming out with good things. Like you do realize that when you're not a part of like I am responsible for the jobs of like half the people at the place that publishes me because I'm the biggest
Yeah.
thing they have. If I'm not putting out good work, people could lose their jobs.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those things like
Yeah.
you kind of owe everyone involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying about George R. R. Martin is like he just makes them so much money that they can let
Yeah.
him ride. Kind of deal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's the news.
And a rant. News and a rant.
News and a rant.
That's what we just need to start doing. It's like we'll do news. Two people will talk about the news, and then one person has a prepared rant.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be prepared rant. I didn't
Yeah.
rock. Though
Well-
I am wearing Targaryen socks today.
I
Mother of Dragon socks.
I had a.
But
We're not going to go into it, but I had a conversation about the whole vegetable issue, and they threw some twists at me.
okay.
A
I don't
cucumber
care.
is a
I don't
very
care.
curious
I don't.
thing.
I couldn't care
So
less. Let's
we're,
just move
we'll
on.
we'll leave that. The cucumber
Well
is a
enough
mystery.
alone.
And nuts as well.
Well,
Well enough alone.